But I don't think the average person understands what the problems are with Zoom. One of the big problems that people are having is that there's people that are like bombing the meetings, like they get into the meetings when they're not supposed to be, and like getting naked or doing bad things.
Anti-Semitic stuff.
So like the schools have some schools have banned it because people are bombing the meetings and like these perverts get naked on them, you know.
It's
They're trying
not full end-to-end encryption is part of the problem. And then at one point, I think there was reference to data going through China. And I think they said that was a temporary thing, but we all know that's
Well,
not a good
they were giving Facebook analytics back to Facebook to analyze all the people on the calls and what they were doing and how engaged they were. But they've stopped that recently. The other thing, like what Cindy's saying, is there's no encryption between the end-to-end communication. So technically somebody could capture your packets and replay the video back. So that means that the calls you're having are necessarily not secure.
I
So
saw
for a
I read an
business making business decisions, and someone could basically intercept your call and listen to it. That's basically what's happening there, which would be like a regular phone call. A lot of people have a digital workplace. You know, they've bought Dropbox, they bought Zoom, they bought web conferencing tools, but none of the tools work together. And so it's a fragmented technology. And so having tools that all work together is going to be the next big important thing.
Yeah, it's Teams works. I mean, it's shocking when you really start working on Teams. You're like, oh, let's work on this, and it's linked here, and let's go there, and I can link this document from this thing over here. Now there's cross posting where you can post something in different channels as long as you're members of them. They've added one of the proof of concepts we needed for guys in the field that have cell phones. Can I transfer their call to a cell phone? And the answer was no, right? But then we looked at it, and the answer is yes.
Yes, I've had transferred my cell phone.
No, transfer to a non-associated cell phone.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, it's snuck up on us. You can take an inbound call, transfer it, select transfer, type in a phone number, and hit go. Or type in my name, pull down my cell phone number, and transfer the call to the cell phone. I mean, all while you're chatting, saying, "Hey, I'm about to call you. You're gonna get this inbound call. Sure, no problem. Transfer it over here." I mean, I got to tell you, that's really, they're doing a great job of clicking, making it all click together where you're doing all the work on the same client. Outside the enterprise, an IT guy that has our skill set is impractical, even if you have 300 users. Well, I mean, hiring a guy who's got the skill set that we possess that'd be a very expensive employee. So there are two scenarios. One scenario is you hire a 365 guy that knows everything you need. He's very, very expensive. He's going to work like a dog for 2 months, 3 months, and then he's going to be done. He's going to set it up the way it needs to be set up, and then he's going to get bored, and he's going to search for another job. Scenario 2 is you pick a guy on your team, and you say you're going to be a 365 guy. So he spends a year learning, training up, learning how to be that employee, learning the skill set, expanding his mind, getting certification, and then he's going to say, I want a raise. And then you tell him yes or no. If you tell him no, he's going to find a new job. You tell him yes, he's still going to find a new job, and then you're back to square one. Or you could hire our organization to be a consultant for half the price of that stellar guy. We're not going anywhere. And if we could swing like a $40,000 a year contract, $30,000 a year contract, then you're not going to find a guy as knowledgeable as we are for $40,000 a year that will stay.
Okay, my question for you is, though, if you have an in-house IT person that's worked with you forever, and you trust that person, don't you think letting go of that person and taking on a stranger is a big risk during this period of time?
No. So here's
how about allowing that IT person to concentrate on your business line apps and strategic initiatives rather than monkey with the stuff that we take care of?
That's exactly right. Yeah, we don't. Every CIO has concerns and manages their org and he has proprietary applications, reporting. He has a future vision. What we take care of is the same mundane crap that's the same for every single business. So his job is his future, his infrastructure, his servers, his networking. We just want to own that 365 relationship. You're going to have one. Everyone's going to have one.
Leah, I'll give you a good example, okay?
Please.
Their CIO essentially wants us to be that expert that even oversees his existing IT staff. So what he wants is, what are, he wants to know SLAs, which is a pretty common question. But then he even, his exact words, he goes, I don't want you to micromanage my IT staff, but I want you to just make sure that, they're aware of this new technology, which I know they're never going to be able to stay on top of. He's like, that's what I want you guys for. I want you to be aware of the new technology. I want you to take care of the new technology. And then that way our IT staff can continue to do the day-to-day stuff that they do.